Hello everyone, this is Planckera, and welcome to my universe. So today, I held a poll a while back, and you guys said that you wanted me to do another character design, so I'm starting with that. I picked another animal character, so Koromaru from Persona 3. And I figured I'd turn him into another anime girl. And I know he's a boy, but, you know, that's never stopped me before, so here we go. Gonna start with just getting all my ideas down as usual, and... so, hello there, Frederick. Welcome back. Alright. So, as always, the first thing I like to do, you know, after just filling my canvas with a neutral gray, is... I'm gonna start going out and just vaguely collecting ideas. So I'll probably pull up my browser here real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and scribble, kind of warm up my hand while I kind of talk about what I'm thinking so far before I even just go out and hit Google. So, Persona 3. It's a game that takes place in modern Japan, or, you know, I guess what was slight future when it first came out. And it's... And so because of that, it's like I don't want to just give this character a school uniform and call it good. It's like I could do that, but I decided that I would rather figure out what are the casual outfits that she'd probably be wearing on the weekends when not going to school. So that's what I'm gonna do there, because otherwise, you know, I just plop on the school uniform, make the minor modification since all the protagonists in the Persona series have a... do not wear their uniform properly. But no, I figured it'd be more fun to do one of their casual outfits instead. Which actually means that I need to pay attention to fashion. So I want it to look like something someone would actually wear. I haven't decided if it's going to be the summer outfit or the winter outfit yet. We'll see what I get more ideas for as things go on. But I'm only going to do one or the other. I don't plan to do both for the time being. Maybe I'll do the other one in the future someday, but for now, just one. Just haven't decided which. And yeah, I'll just go from there. Man. Okay, so I guess I will... I want to take a look at the kind of... at the kind of clothes that the other characters in the series wear. So, let me switch over here. Give me just a moment. Let's see, where are you? Okie dokie, and there we go. Okay, so off to Google image search we go. So I want to refresh myself on what the casual clothes in Persona 3 looks like. Persona 3 specifically. I'll probably look at 4 and 5 as well. So we'll start with that. I'll just go look at the images here. Okay, good. And of course, Reloaded has some more anime cutscenes so I can kind of see a little bit better here. And I've mentioned that I actually have to, like, care about whether or not somebody would actually wear this. That is... yeah, definitely something that I'll be going for. And admittedly, it has also been a while since I have played Persona 3. But fortunately, I'm designing a dog who never talks, so I don't have to worry too much about the character there. About the only thing that we know about him is that he was extremely loyal. Followed where his previous owner walked him just long after his death, and it was all very sad. I did take a quick peek at the wiki page just to kind of refresh myself there. So right now I'm just kind of gathering visual ideas, and admittedly, I only have passing familiarity with a lot of Japanese fashion. The stuff that I'm more familiar with is some of the weirder stuff and kind of the weird subcultures in Harajuku. So that's gotta be something I need to pay attention to. Because I don't know. Koromaru strikes me as a simple guy, you know? I don't think I want to do anything super complicated. I don't. Okay, so I think I'm kind of getting a general idea. And right now, I'm thinking I might go for winter and do something with kind of a cool jacket. I think that'll be easier to design. And I mean, jackets are always very nice. Probably not one like this, but jackets do tend to be very fun. And I'm gonna go look at pictures of Koromaru one more time. So let's see what kind of details I can kind of glean from his general design. This is a video game, but yes, I am a fan of the Persona series. Okay. Let's see, in their casual outfits, I don't think they normally wear the band there. I think I can probably do something with the cute little wings here. Those are pretty cute. Maybe something like a hairband as well. Do I want to have another ribbon that looks like animal ears? I might try something else. Okay. Let's see, I definitely want to try to get that curly tail in there, because that curly tail is adorable. So I will try to do something with this. I think I can probably do something with this with hair, actually, if I wanted to make it really cute and curly. That sounds pretty cute. And so besides that, about all I've really got is that little shirt with the wings on the back. And of course the Caesar band, but I'm probably not going to use... Probably not going to use any armbands or anything. Is that his casual outfit? Does he get some DLC like this? Because I have not played any of the Persona 3 re-releases. I have not played any of the Persona 3 re-releases, so such an outfit did not exist in the original. But yeah, I guess it would make sense that Koromaru would get a couple of outfits too. Do I want to do a hoodie? It's like, I don't know, it doesn't quite match the female fashion used in the rest. And it might be a little bit too casual. Okay, so Shujin outfit. Okay. I'm just thinking here. Let me close my eyes and think for a second. It looks like for most of the outfits here, I mean, I imagine there's only so much you can do with a dog, but they do seem to be going with that kind of shape. And to be fair, that does tend to be what dog clothes look like. Actually, a little bandana like that might be cute too. I could probably do something with that. Oh, that's a cute face. Look at that. Like I said, I haven't played the re-release yet, so seeing some of this, it's all new to me. Alright, okay, so red eyes. He looks so sad. Oh man, look at that sad little face. Pout. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any other costume art in here? Let's see if I can find. Yeah, show me all the Koromaru outfits if you can. Every unlockable outfit. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm looking at this article real quick, just so I can... look here. Okay, so it doesn't actually show the pictures, alas. That's all I really care about. I just want to see the pictures. Oh man. What is that thing on his head? That is incredibly silly, my goodness. Okay. So getting some thoughts. My initial thought was a jacket, but maybe I should do something with this kind of shape and just do like a summer outfit tank top or something. With little wings on the back. And super, super curly, fluffy hair. Like, so cute. So cute. Okay, I have some thoughts. Let me go back to Krita here. I just always like to take a look around first. Okay. So, first things first. I kind of want to match the skin tones from the rest of the series. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal a color from one of the other characters in the series here. Give me just a moment to pull up an image. I clicked around a lot. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes. I always forget. I was doing this in Firefox where I do not have my extension. Give me just a moment here. I just want to make sure I have a good color to start from here. Oh, that doesn't look like a good color. Trying to find some official art, but... okay, there we go. Okay, so now I can start kind of drawing out the base and whatnot. Okay. So I'm not gonna put anything too detailed yet. This is just where I kind of get my ideas down. So let's manage my layers real quick. Okay. And base. All right. So well, let's just get some shapes in there. I start with something very scribbly because I don't want to take very long. I don't want to take too long just worrying about the general shape of the body here or anything. It's not that important yet. This is just to kind of help me get the very start of my ideas down. I want it to be relatively proportionate. It's fine if Some parts are a bit off. I just say relatively, because I want it to look like, you know, what I'm actually going to end up drawing later. Okay, that is probably sufficient. So I'll plop down a few more so this way I can try some other patterns. Strictly speaking, I have still not decided whether or not this is going to be a summer outfit or a winter outfit. So hopefully I figure that out here. It'd be kind of awkward to start drawing without knowing that. Okay. So just pull my line over here, and there we go. So, I got kind of my starting things figured out. Now I'm gonna go pull Koromaru's fur color here, and that is what I will use for the color of this, the hair color of this girl here that I'm going to turn him into. So, for now, what I'm thinking is something super curly and fluffy. Because I really just think the shape of his tail is super, super adorable. So I just wanted to kind of let the hair curl around like this. Just general bob for this one. I'll try a longer style in a different one, but for this one, we're gonna go with a short, just ridiculously curly bob. So something like this. Possibly with some kind of headband or ribbon or something. This way I can get away with putting like little ears up there without actual ears. Okay. So this was one of my first thoughts. Then another potential idea is... So for most of the outfits, unsurprisingly, they look like, you know, the kind of dog harnesses and outfits that you can find at most stores. So just stuff that very much existed in reality. And if I was to directly convert that, it'd probably be to some kind of tank top. And then the other thing that existed is apparently there's a dog hoodie. So I could potentially give her a hoodie or something as well. And then one last thought that I had is that the evoker around his neck, when I look at it, it almost kind of looks like headphones to me. So I might try some headphones around the neck. I don't quite know what colors I want yet. So I'm gonna think about that for just a second here, and of course all the colors that I'm picking here are very, very light. Now, that's kind of the downside to how I do things. It'd be nice to just be able to, like, I don't know, draw stuff in lines, but I find that really hard to see. Like, I have trouble seeing the shapes. It just feels very, very foreign to me. So that typically means that I have to pull some other shenanigans to make stuff happen. What kind of color do I want to go for? Like, naturally his colors are all kind of white and gray. That wouldn't be entirely inappropriate here. Okay. Just thinking again for a moment here. Just thinking again. Hello there, Shinora. Welcome back. Okay, let's give him some eyes. Just because I can. Already know that they are going to be like a super bright red. So I want to get that color. Just dabble something on the face there. And I did take a look at the kind of casual clothes that they have. Oh wow, that's actually a surprisingly dull color. Did I really get the right one? Let me try that again. Oh no, it actually isn't as bright as I thought it was. Fascinating. Okay. Okay. Maybe right around there is a slightly better one. Okay. Yeah, that's much brighter. There we go. Okay. This is always the hard part, where I just kind of have to think about what kind of things I want to do. So let me think about something that I know for sure. I like the idea of headphones around your neck. So let me just pick the same color that was used for the evoker and the official. I'll just do that for now. And we'll just have some something like that there. I will cover the part on the neck. They'll just kind of hang off there. And then there's like this blue thing, and that's what made me think that they looked like headphones. So something like this. Koro-chan here, apparently into music now. Good job. Okay. Humu. I suppose the next thing would be to think about what kind of silhouette I want. I feel like I have two options. I could go for the general kind of vibe that Koromaru gave to me, or I could go for the kind of vibe that his design in-game gives to me. So for the first one, maybe kind of soft and playful, but serious. And for the latter, that would be kind of tight. So something tight. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. I'll do... I think I actually have an idea for the latter first, so I'll go ahead and do that one. I'm just gonna pick a blue here, kind of a dark blue, and we'll give her some kind of... not exactly skinny jeans, but jeans a little bit on the tighter side of things. Maybe just kind of hang it over her hips here. So I'll just do something like this. We'll plop down. This is probably close enough to an actual jean color. I can perfect the color later. It's not super important right now. This is where I scribble. And then I steal that orange hoodie from one of his outfits. So there we go, and hoodies are not exactly tight, but I can kind of push it in a little. So I could potentially go for something like this. Go for the idea of kind of emphasizing some of the musical aesthetic here, since I kind of have the headphones over the shoulders there. And finally, I would like to maybe have some cute little white wings on the back here. I think that is something that can exist on the back of a hoodie. I also thought about putting the wings on the headphones, and that might be cute. And then, of course, I could put like little dog ears on top of them, because that would also be cute. Even if they're around her neck, you know, when they're up on her head, they'd have like little dog-shaped ear things. And that might be cute. So I have a few options there. Now I'm thinking about what kind of shoes I want. I mean, an outfit like this, I think, demands some kind of sneaker. And the details of that, I'd probably design later. Let me just think about color briefly. So this silhouette is kind of boring in my opinion, so I feel like I should do a little bit more with it before I call it good. I do like the super fluffy hair. That's probably the best part for me. I guess I could also, like, use some kind of backpack. And have that be where the wings are coming from. That wouldn't change the silhouette from the front at all, but it is an idea. For now, like I said, I think this demands some kind of sneaker, so I will go and just... maybe with some, like, orange shoelaces or something. Okay, I would like to remind myself what casual Japanese fashion looks like. See what kind of silhouettes they tend to like. Because I am very used to more things on the character design end of the spectrum, where I'm more designing a character rather than something that someone would actually wear. And I feel like if I go too deep into that, I'm gonna make it too complicated. I gotta make things way too complicated. And so when it comes to casual wear, I don't want to be too complicated. Ooh. That's right, you can put pockets and stuff here. Yeah, I can have, like, a nice little pocket going across here. I should probably use white, because I think that's closer to what I would actually use for something like this. Zipper going down the middle. I don't know, do I want to have, like, additional pockets up here or something, or is that too much? I think one additional pocket kind of up here is fine. I have thoughts here. Normally I wouldn't break this down too much, but considering that right now I just want to make sure things aren't boring, I think it's worth. I am too unaccustomed to drawing things that people wouldn't necessarily wear. I still think something with a jacket might be kind of cute, so maybe I'll do something with that for my next one. Okay. Yeah, I might just be thinking too hard. Like, I don't think I want to do any kind of glove or anything. So just simple casual hoodie, I guess, could be one option. Sure, why not? Okay. I guess I'll leave that one there then. What other kinds of interesting things could I try here? So I was thinking about trying something with a jacket, so I guess I'll do that next. It's funny because I was actually designing something kind of based off of a woman's business suit recently. And so that's where my thoughts are going right now. Except I think Koromaru should go more toward white and gray. So let's draw something that looks something more on the sharp and professional end of things. I am not sure if this will suit our little puppy friend at all. I guess just for reference, I can pull up a couple of images of him on my references here. Let me see. I know I have some. I had to bring one down. I had to download one so that I could actually make my thumbnail, so... Okay, let me find one. I just have to remember where I put it. Because, man, I was apparently into Persona 3 back when I actually, like, saved fan art and stuff, so I have a ton of Persona-related images. Okay, here we go. Here's our puppy. We're gonna turn him into an anime girl. Okay. So let's see, the colors that I'm interested in. The color of, like, the little doggy shirt that he's wearing and the color of his fur. I used this color for the hair on this one. I think it's very likely that I will end up using that color for hair. Just because this color is a little bit too gray, a little bit too old lady, as opposed to pretty anime white. So let's try this gray for some kind of jacket. So there will be a shirt under this. And I'll just let it be a little bit more open. Like, I don't think I want it to be unbuttoned, for example. But I'll let it be a little bit more open. I guess I could let it be unbuttoned. I don't know yet. So all the buttons there, and just let it open a little bit near the bottom. This doesn't really currently look like a suit jacket, but that's fine. Everything at this stage, I'm just thinking mostly in terms of silhouettes that I like. So the details, not that important. Only reason this got any at all is because I was worried that it was a little bit boring. Eyes are going to be red like that, so I probably don't need to do any further experiments there. One other thing I can try. I don't think it's appropriate for this outfit, but I'm going to go ahead and draw it on the next one. Is I could do some kind of, like, side ponytail. With a little curly tail here. And then general anime hair. And have a ribbon kind of go up like this. Look like animal ears. I don't know what color I want it to be yet, so I'll just leave it like that for now, and I will decide on a color later. Gotta go back to this one. I don't know what kind of hair I want this one to have yet. Maybe something long. So, I'm looking at this fur pattern along here. And I'm wondering if I could use that for kind of the general hair shape. You can't see this at all, so I'm gonna alter the skin color just a little bit. Put in some shadow color there just so I can see. Oh, that's not... I don't like it. Pick a better color. That is super gray. Holy cow. I might have to pick a different base color. Okay, no, I'm just gonna have to pick. Okay. Okay. Let's see, it's like... Oh man, I can't remember the last time I properly picked colors, though. I just always have this super strong preference for mixing. So let's see, it's gonna be kind of toward red. I don't know, is that gonna work? No. But what I can do is just color pick from here. Until it works for me. Okay. Let's find a good color. I don't know, I just always prefer mixing my colors rather than picking them directly. I just feel like it makes everything a little bit more cohesive. Okay, there we go. That works. Okay, and I'll just make the face a shadow color, I guess. There, she gets to look ominous in this one. Okay, so yes, I wanted to kind of model the hair off of this. So maybe something with, we have some pointy side hair. Something like that. And then I guess, like I said, I was gonna try something long. So I'll just bring this over toward purple, and that'll probably be my shadow color when the time comes. So we'll give her something a little bit long. I'll just do long and straight. I don't know, when I look at this pupper, short hair is what comes to mind for me. So, but still, it's probably good to try it just once. Okay. Anyway, back to the outfit itself. So we have this kind of thing here. So how about a white skirt? Well, no. I think I'll make it kind of like this length with some darker leggings underneath. So we kind of have this gray that I'm using here. That'll be for up there, and then maybe a slightly darker one. I'll pick a color from the nose. And I will put in some leggings, I guess. Yeah, I think that could be pretty cute. Doesn't quite suit the color scheme here, but I think that's fine. I don't really have to do it one-to-one because I can't. Otherwise, it'd just be solid white, which I mean, I guess could be a thing. I guess I could do a kind of simple one-piece white dress. That actually might be legitimately cute. Just some kind of sundress. I think I want this coat to be longer, though. And, bring it down just a little bit more here. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should pick a different shoe color than the white that I used here. I was about to use white again. Just, I look at the paws, they are white. So, that's where my first thought comes from. I guess I could also use the kind of dark black here. Do a simple, flat. Koromaru does not strike me as a heels person. Just thinking about it. So, I'll stick with flats for now. If I change my mind later, I can try it. But for now, that's fine. Okay. So, I was just talking about it. We can try a little one-piece white dress here. So maybe something with tighter sleeves. Long sleeves there, and then just... I mean, a sundress would be tank top. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yes. Let's do the tank top, since that is kind of what we've got here. I am gonna make you the shadow color too. I am using too many light colors here. Okay. I just need everything to be a little bit darker. My eyes are dying for contrast! Okay. All of these are, like, super not flattering at all right now. But that's not really a job for this stage for me. I tend to... I just want to get everything down as fast as possible. Test out some very basic things. Yeah, and then here I could have, like, a cute little belt of some kind. What color should it be? Maybe this blue? With the little Koro wings coming off it. I could use that shape, yeah. I do think that I still want some kind of Koro wings up here. Just not like this. Cause yeah, I think I can use this little wing shape a lot, and this little curly tail thing. That's basically what I got to work with. I think a jacket could look cute with this one too. Maybe hanging off the shoulders. Yeah, I'll take the gray color here. What layer did I draw you on? Okay, Alright, I'm a move the dress I just drew onto a different layer, just to keep things organized for me. Okay. And then gray jacket. Hanging off the shoulders. Something like this. Yeah, I think I prefer the grayer colors as opposed to the bright colors that I used over here. It just looks more like this. Although maybe instead of this color, I should just use this color. They're close, but this one's more yellow. A little bit more, like, tan. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And I can put some cute patterns on that. And maybe even some fur. Make it furry. Something like that, and then, like, a furry at the bottom here. Yeah, and I know that this stage never looks like anything, but it makes sense to me, and it's kind of helping me feel things out. I always feel like early art stuff, especially when it comes to character designs. It's all about just doing what makes sense to you. So let's see, what should I do for shoes for this one? Maybe some sandals. But sandals work for a winter outfit. Because if I'm doing fur, it's definitely more wintry. I guess I could do sandals just for the sake of silhouette testing, even though it makes no sense whatsoever. But if I picked this pattern, I'd have to make different shoes. Let's see, I know that they make like little dog booties, but that sounds cruel and unusual. Koromaru does not wear little dog booties. Man, those little wings are so cute. They're so cute. I like the idea of a backpack with little wings. Since he's carrying a little backpack with a little medkit and a heart. It's so cute. It's so cute. Absolutely adorable. Oh, that's actually cute too. I see that he has kind of, in one of his outfits, a tiny little collar. Not like this one. This color scheme doesn't work at all here, but it's fine. Oh yeah, just like a little tiny collar with a little... I'll make it blue for this one, but it's gold everywhere else. Just a little name tag hanging off there. And I think that is super cute. So I might do something with that. Maybe I can put little wings on it too. Actually, if I'm gonna do something... this is from doing shoes. Little wings on the shoes could also be quite cute. Just anywhere I can get away with it. I'm not sure sneakers really suit this design though. No, they totally do. I'm just thinking about it because like oftentimes you wouldn't wear sneakers with a one-piece dress, but when you do, it kind of shows... What's the right way to describe it? It definitely makes the entire thing more casual, and... there's... almost this... mix... of the clothing type, where you have this more... elegant and formal looking thing up top, and then the shoes at the bottom. There's almost like a bit of like a gap in there, and it's cute. Okay, yeah, I could definitely get behind that. Slightly different kind. But like what if I was drawing sneakers for this outfit, it would look different than the sneakers I draw for this outfit, basically. But I like the idea. So I'll do that. And these ones would need some, like, different colors. It's not like blue. Could be cute. What other colors are kind of prominent in you? It's really just grays and whites. Normally I'd want to try a fourth one, but I don't really have any ideas for a fourth one. But I have some general ideas for how I want to approach the overall design. So I guess I'll just call this good. Shrink it down, get it in the corner. This way I can reference this whenever I want. And I'll start drawing an actual body here. I'm gonna have to think about whether or not I like that color here. Since I'm stealing colors from official art, maybe I'll steal the shadow color too. Because they use skin tones that are a bit yellower than what I'm used to, and their shadow colors are a lot more muted than what I'm used to. I like amp the saturation up on everything. I still might amp the saturation up a bit here. Oh yeah, that is super brown. But still, I'll start here for now. Yeah, look how brown that is. Okay, so this will be where I make the final design. Okay, let me see if I can kind of tolerate the colors I have. I'm probably gonna have to change them a little bit because it's so brown. This is where... this is taste. There is nothing wrong with picking muted shadow colors. It's just not what I like. It is pure taste. So I'm gonna amp it up just a little bit here. Probably still gonna be a bit more muted than what I'd normally pick for myself, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. No, I can't make that look good. It'll be bothering me the whole time. Whereas this color seems a little bit better to me. Let me just perfect it though. Make sure that I am satisfied with everything before I really go in. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this should be fine by now. For now. I'm not going to think about poses or anything yet. This is just, once again, going to be a quick and dirty pose for the sake of getting my ideas down, but I just want it to be a little bit more accurate than what I had before, like a little bit less just pure scribbles. So I will actually, like, make a basic head shape and all that stuff. Probably not accurate to the face I'll give her. But a little bit closer. And I'm just gonna do this all in one layer. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So there's some basic shapes there. Got some basic hips. Since Koromaru's technically a boy, I don't think I'm gonna make this character super busty or anything. And so I'll keep... I'm still gonna keep the proportions feminine since this is going to be a female character, but I want to kind of keep that... Why can I not talk today? Words are hard, guys. But I'm trying to very quickly explain some of my thoughts here. But, yeah, just, remember that I am gender swapping a dog here. And try to keep some of those slightly more male proportions in mind. And plus, I think it suits Koromaru to be more cute. So this should be just fine. This should be just fine. And I'm not going to do anything too detailed here. We'll just put in some legs. I could not get the shapes right. It's fine. Her torso is tiny, but that's probably also fine. Proportion is a little bit more important here, but the main thing is just, can I tell where each body part is? So that this way I will have a good idea of what the silhouette will look like when I'm all done. Probably should give her a real torso, though. because otherwise everything will look a little bit off. So let's do that. We'll just take all of this, move it on up, and then connect everything. And I'll draw kind of a cute hand pose like that, so this way I can clearly see where the hands are in case I want to do anything with them. And otherwise, this seems alright. She's like 90% leg, but a lot of anime girls are too, so it's all good. Then we make her a little bit less skinny here. I think I'm just gonna take the entire body and pull it apart. There we go. A little bit less skinny now. Okay. I think this is fine to draw on. So I did like this idea, and I love this hair, and I like the idea of having a little backpack. I am gonna go look at some more Japanese casual fashion. And just see what people actually wear here. Maybe what kind of shoes I want to go for. Because that's the thing there, it's like, when I was a tiny human, I often wore sneakers with my dresses too, but that was because I was too lazy to change my shoes with every outfit that I had, and I had like maybe 2 pairs of shoes or something. I just did not care about fashion. Or more accurately, I did not care about fashion on myself. I had some interest in like the design of it and some of the artistry of it, but I did not care about dressing myself at all. I just wore the first thing I pulled out of my drawers. Always. And I'm pretty okay with this, honestly. So I'm just seeing what real people actually do. Especially if they're, like, trying to be fashionable. Okay, yeah, I have some thoughts. Alright. Like I said, I think my favorite part is outfit-wise is here, and my favorite hair-wise is here. This one didn't quite work for me, the darker colors, and it didn't pan out. I do think I will keep the headphones, and they will be blue. And I want to keep the little... a backpack as well. I think that is very cute. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and plop some shadows places. Because I already know that I will not be able to see the hair if I don't do that. And I'll go ahead and just keep the legs here in shadow since I know that the dress will go there eventually. The hair I have the clearest picture on, so I'm actually going to start there. I really, really like this hairstyle. I think it's so adorable. I like it. So we're just going to make it curly. I'm just going to do it like this for now. I will clean this up and make it more anime and cute later. Okay. Yeah, and it'll be nice and swishy. I think this will be great once I can actually put in all the details. So I like that shape. And maybe with just a little hair sticking out. I'm thinking about the shape very carefully here, because what I think I'd like to do is make it kind of triangular like that. If I can pull off that kind of shape for this kind of stupid hair. Something like that. And then maybe another one kind of going the other way. Nope, nope, nope. I only like the one. I don't like it too. But I do like the one. The one works for me. Okay, and I think I'll give her eyebrows like this. But I'm gonna use my own shadow color. I cannot live without my purple shadows. They are so lovely and I love them. By the way, if I ever did art style studies, Persona is high on my list of curiosities. Currently, I'd say that the big ones would be Persona series and Path to Nowhere, because their art styles are both lovely, and I like them lots. Okay, let's put in a quick face here. And the eye color I already have picked. So let's see, what kind of shape should I use here? I think I can use kind of a similar one. So don't mind the kind of creepiness there, but we'll start with this. Let me put in a little bit of eye white just so it looks slightly less creepy. Okay, that is good enough. Okay. So then... yeah, I guess just to make things a little bit easier for me to see, I will just do this. I'll just put the whole thing in shadow. I can always adjust things later. Okay. So for here, I think I'm gonna go for the V-neck there. I was thinking about a square one, but no, I think I'll just use the same as here. Okay, and it's going to be not like skin tight, but not exactly loose either. Just kind of like this. Very simple. I do kind of stand by it. I don't think a complex design suits Koromaru. But I might still do something with a few patterns or something. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like doing near the end. But at this stage, I pretty much never do any kind of patterning. Maybe just slightly shorter than that. But yeah, I think that's pretty cute. It works for me. Go for the 1920s America silhouette. Okay. Okay, and I will get that jacket in there. I'm still gonna let it kind of hang off her shoulders. So I guess I will also put her arms in shadow, so this way I can see a little bit better. Just gonna put everything in shadow. And I think it might actually be cute if it was buttoned or something there. I'm gonna try that and see if I like it. I might not. And I'll kind of let it bunch up in the arms. Since it's hanging off her shoulders. And it'll just kind of open up there. And there we go. So do I like this kind of shape? Or do I like... maybe if I did put it a little bit higher up on her shoulder there, with it completely open. this kind of shape. No, I wanted to hang off the shoulders a little bit, but maybe not as much as I had before. I'm just going to try a couple of different things and see which one's best. So this is with it completely open. This is with it partially open. Yeah, I kind of like it like this. It's a bit more fashion. But I had to see it in order to know. And it also leaves me a little bit more room to put some headphones around her neck. And shouldn't interfere with the silhouette too hard when I put little winged backpack on. Okay, so let's do the headphones here. Kind of around the neck here. And I will use this blue, because I think it is a slightly cuter blue, and I plan to use it in a few other spots. Totally doesn't look like headphones yet, but that's fine. I think it gives me an idea of the shape, and that is sufficient for the time being. Okay. I'm labeling my layers just in case I'm confused at what these things that I'm doodling are. I would not blame myself in the slightest. Okay, we'll put a little bit of a blue belt around the middle. Let me hide the jacket just to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. Just kind of something simple going across there. Add a little bit more color. And I think I would like to have just a little bit of some kind of trim on the bottom here. I'm not sure what kind of shape it'll be yet, but I just feel like it needs a little bit more color there. And I think that maybe the fur that I put on the jacket should be white. Just to kind of give it a slightly different color there. Kind of match up with everything else. We can't really see it against the white that I already have there, but here we go. Some kind of legging might be a little bit cute. I might not let it hang quite that far off the shoulder, especially if this is supposed to be winter, but nah, it's okay. It's fashion, right? With the S-H-U-N. Okay, and I thought about what kind of shoes I wanted to go for. And what I think I want is just for the... I don't know how to describe the style. I don't know what they're called. But they are very simple. They have very round toes. And they don't really try to do anything special. So I will put the blue parts that I have planned here. And perhaps with blue shoelaces as well. There may not be much blue on Koromaru, but this is a fantastic accent color for all this white, and I sure need one. Okay, so I can see what I'm doing there, and that's probably sufficient for what is essentially a little doodle of the silhouette. Okay. This middle color might still be too dark, I'm not sure. But I think I can give a little bit of other kind of silver jewelry somewhere, and I think that'll help. I think I will actually make this color a little bit lighter. A little bit silvery. And then maybe have... Do I like the idea of necklaces hanging down? That might be a little bit extra. I know I said 1920 silhouette, which is probably why my mind jumped there, but I don't actually think I like it very much. I do like the idea of the little choker, though. So I guess I will use the tan and then use... I guess I can use the silver for that. I think that's cute. And then maybe like a ring or something, just to put a little bit more silver somewhere. And I still like the idea of the little wings on the shoe here, so let's go ahead and put that in. This looks like nonsense at the moment, but it's fine. I can see what I'm doing. How do I feel about kind of a gray trim on this? I don't like it, but a gray button I think is okay. So I'll use a different color for any patterns that I want on there. Maybe red. That red is extremely strong for such a muted outfit. It would have to be blue. So I'll think about that. I think that'll be good for when I start actually thinking about details. Okay. I think this is good for basically a general doodle. Oh wait, no, I need to put in the backpack. This is going to be a feature that I pretty much have to design separately. But yes, there's going to be little wings, and they will be super cute. It's going to look like a cute little angel. I'll see if I still like the winged shoes. Having this pattern repeated like this, I'm actually realizing I'm not sure if I care for it. Maybe if I make them just a little bit smaller. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. And I think this is something that would be wearable. I could see somebody going to the movies in this. Okay. Works for me. So I think I'll start here. We'll shrink her down and just plop this over here so I can look at it whenever I need to. And so that is the general gist of how I think this design is going to go. So, winter outfit. Maybe I'll give her some tights. So they'll be like translucent white. Maybe I won't. I'll have to think about it. Some socks might be cute too. But regardless, those will be tight around the legs. So you can see basically what I was paying attention to in here is if I fill this entire thing with black. This. The general shapes. This is basically what I was trying to figure out. With a secondary of how do I feel about color balance? Where do I want the stronger points of color to be? But now I think I've largely got that, so let me prep my layers again here. I will start drawing the front view. This is where I'm going to decide what kind of pose and stuff I want to go for. Hello there, Menka. Welcome back. Okay, so this is where I want to decide the kind of pose and stuff that I want to go for. Something like that would be okay, actually. I could probably get behind that. Okay, let's do some experiments, I suppose. Try to hammer down the pose that I will draw here. So maybe just... I just want to get the energy of the pose down before I start getting into too many shenanigans. So if I just do something like... Then we have an arm kind of coming out here like this. Another one coming out here like that. We have a body kind of doing body things. There's the front side. There's the back side. I'll put in a shadow here just so I can kind of see how it's turning a little bit better. Kind of blob it all down. Then we have one leg kind of stepping back, one leg kind of stepping forward. The hands will be kind of going up like this. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near a master, but I'm glad you like it. I just like to draw things. I've actually been feeling the limits of my ability really hard lately. So... So maybe this foot kind of coming out like this. This foot kind of coming out like this. We'll let it be a step. This might be a little bit too exaggerated for what I'm doing here, but... Actually, you know what? Yeah. I don't like the step. Let's put her feet together. We'll just let her arms go out and be playful and silly. Maybe just a simple knee bend. Maybe just a simple knee bend. We'll let her stand on the toe here. And then the other foot will just kind of come straight down, and we have a foot. No, not feeling that leg pose either. Not feeling it. Even if I do it like this. What should I do with the leg instead? Maybe. So it's like, I don't like that one, so erasing it with no hesitation. Maybe something crisscrossed. Maybe something a little more crisscrossed. Maybe. Because I could potentially do something like... I don't know. Leg this way, bend a foot. As always, you know, it's a little bit more exaggerated at the beginning, and then I kind of tame it back, but no, I don't like that either. I don't know what I want to do with her legs. But I really want to get her legs down before I decide anything, because it kind of affects the entire stability of the pose. The arms are cute, though, so I think I'll keep that. I don't know, maybe I should just kind of put them together. Don't worry, man, I will figure it out. I just gotta try things. I don't know, what about just... cute little step like this? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, a simple little step. Okay, yeah, I think I can get behind that. Let me pull this leg a little. Actually, what direction do you go? Yeah, you go more toward the middle. Okay, in that case, I want to grab both legs for now, because they both kind of have to go to the side here. So this one's going to kind of go underneath her, so this way when I draw a straight line up, you can't see it in that color, but it's all good. So if I draw a straight line up, it'll be like right in the middle of her head here. So that's going to be kind of the center of gravity here, and then this little leg will just be kind of up. She's not standing on one foot, this foot will be touching the ground. I just haven't drawn the toes down where they're going to be going yet, because the leg is too high. Don't worry about it. This is how all these things start. Okay. Okay, when the head is in the right spot, I think that that will actually look pretty cute. Let's go kind of plop the head over here. Okay, yeah, I think that this is cute. It's not proportionate yet, but the energy is there, and I approve. I don't know if I want her to be walking though. Yeah, I mean, I think the little outstretched arm stand is cute, so this works for me. Not all the characters need to be walking. I mean, I had Cube kind of walking, but this one's not going to be. That's why I say, don't worry about it, man. I'll figure it out. It's all good. It's okay. Even if it looks like I'm struggling, it's all just part of the process. All is well. Actually, I want to grab the other end. Okay. Now I have the head and the body separated. And I can kind of start refining things, but I think this is a good energy. Let's just make it actually proportionate now. Alright. So first, I would like to kind of get the head shape looking good here. We're going to kind of see it at... So this is going to be the side. Kind of coming down here. This is going to be the chin. We're not going to see too much of the side because I do kind of want her to be facing the camera a little. So we see a little bit of the side. Let me just manage my layers here. I'm just drawing. Okay, so I will draw some kind of simple eyes. I'm gonna keep this kind of shape. So they'll be a little bit pointy at the top. And they'll do something like this. And they will be cute. That's the important part. Must be cute. And this is sufficient for now. Yeah, and I kind of like the tilt that I've got there. I think that works. So she'll be tilting her head kind of that way. And now that I know where that is, I can kind of start blocking in the jawline and stuff. And I will just go from there. I'm going to tilt her chin back just a little. I'm kind of trying to line it up with where the shoulders are. Okay, and so the way that I want this to go is basically with the way that this foot is. Oh, you can call me whatever you like. You know, my name is Planckera. If that is too long, feel free to shorten it. It's all good. So I'm trying to figure out how the shoulders and hips should go. So if her weight is on this one, I think that this side of her hip should go down, and so it'll be like that. That is, again, way exaggerated. So this means I kind of want her shoulders to be doing something like this. It'll be cuter. It'll be a stronger pose if I kind of have those going opposite directions. And, I mean, normally when I have the shoulders going this way, I often have the head going a different direction. But in this case, I think this kind of pose works. So let me put a little bit of energy into where these hips are going to go. And that'll kind of help me figure out where some of this other stuff is going to go. So I want to kind of raise this hip and lower the other one. And I think that's about all I need there. It doesn't need to be a super strong tilt or anything. Let me see. I want a darker color I can use here. So let's pick another color. A little bit darker than that, I think. Not quite it. I'm apparently very picky on my colors today. These things happen. Alright. So I think that's going to be a good dark shadow color. I will put it underneath the neck here. And now I will try to align those shoulders. So I already know that this arm is going to be going kind of behind her body, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the entire thing in shadow. Make my life a little bit easier. And I think I will also put it on a new layer. And I will put it behind the body. Alright, this is going to be arm back. Alright, that is perfect. I mean, you can call me whatever you want, but I think that's even longer than Planckera. Just saying. But whatever it is, as long as I know you're talking about me, I'll respond. I'm not picky. Basically, as long as I know you're talking about me and you're not deliberately being a jerk. All is well then. So I don't see it as something that you really need my permission for. If I disapprove, I will speak up. Don't worry about it. So feel free to just do what you want. Whatever makes you happy, friend. Okay. Kinda figure out where her chest is and all this. I think it's somewhere around there. No, that's too high, right? Yeah, based on where the head is, I think it should actually be like here. Maybe here. I can mess my proportions a little bit, but I'm too used to this kind of thing. It was actually really hard drawing Cube, and when I had to, like, change my proportions a lot. Because I wanted to follow the Madoka proportions a little bit better and make her look a little bit more like a middle schooler. Okay, so this is like, let's see, the waist is going to be like here. Yes. No, a little bit lower even. I realize I probably could have drawn it with that kind of proportions, but it's okay. Let's raise her up just a little. Okay. Yeah, this works. So this needs to be a little bit lower. I'm just trying to measure based off of the head here. Get the thigh in there, and then there will be like a knee or something over here. I think I had the calf drawn pretty nicely. Albeit, this is not super proportionate yet, but it's getting there. I do feel like I've lost a little bit of energy in the pose, though, so what I think I'm gonna do is lean this part back. Just a little. I'm gonna have to move the head, but I do think that this will look nice. She just looks so happy to be here. And I am happy to let her be here. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, and I think I will do something similar with the legs. It's kind of in the opposite direction. We will put this leg firmly underneath her. And this leg is going to look a little bit weird until I draw the toes, but that's okay. It can look a little bit weird for now. Nothing wrong with being a little bit weird. Okay, how do I feel about where her, like, tummy is? I'm trying to remember basic proportion here, and it seems like the halfway point in her body should be about in her legs. So I probably want this to go up a little bit higher. I mean, sure, like I said. Whatever you want to do. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I just want to make this half slightly larger. Just very slightly, and then I think the arm is a little bit too long, but to be fair, I hadn't really drawn it yet. I mean, it sounds more like a title than a nickname, but I mean, it's fine. I wouldn't say I have really strong opinions. I've never had very strong opinions about nicknames. That's why I generally say people can call me what they like. It's fine. I don't know. Would it be cuter if I did it the opposite direction? No. I like her head tilted back. It looks very optimistic. Okay, here we go. I just kind of want to shape her cheeks a little. While I kind of figure out the rest of the body, I do think that before I can make sure that everything is truly proportionate, I kind of have to go in on the head a little. Make sure that it is all in a good spot, that it's all in a good state, and that things look how I want them to look. So maybe something like that. I don't have to get it super perfect or anything. I just want to make sure that it's the right size. Everything feels like it's in the right spot. And once I know that, then I can trust that my facial proportions are good. And I will be able to base that. Or base everything else on that. And for this one, I want her to be a little bit more proportioned like an adult, because the characters in the Persona series are, are high schoolers, not middle schoolers. So she's probably going to be like 16 or so. So I want her to look like she's 16 or so. Okay, let's get the back of her head in there. Now I think it's a little bit large. And I'll just gradually sculpt the shape until I'm satisfied. I might need to make her head a little bit bigger. But I just want to get the shape right first. So I will keep pulling away there. Side of her head is like right there. This is the back. Okay. So something like that. The back of her head is still not quite right, but it is close enough, I think. Let's go ahead and reattach this to her body. And yes, I do think I need it to be slightly larger. Because it got shrunk down a little bit while I was kind of fixing up the shape and stuff. Okay, just gonna, once again, fix up facial proportions and whatnot. But I think it's getting there. So with any luck, I can just get the basics done today. Oh yeah, that actually won't be an issue. I didn't realize that I had a little over an hour here. I thought that designing all this took me a little bit longer. Okay, cool. The joy of simple clothes. But yeah, I should definitely have all the basics done here with no problem at all. Alright. So let me look at kind of the length and width of her body here. Like, right now she's kind of skinny, I think. Kinda skinny. And I actually think that navel here should be a little bit more on the side here. Okay. So I'll get a leg in. Make her a little bit less skinny here. Go up and connect the chest. Like I said, she's not gonna have a very large chest here. I'm keeping it pretty modest. There we go. I just kind of want to pull the shoulder back a little. And I do feel like up here, while most of her is skinny, up there is a little bit thicker than I want it to be. So it just tells me that I kind of got to move the shadow up a little. Here we are. Get under the arm there, okay? So far so good, I think. And I'd like a little bit more of a twist in here. So whatever I gotta do to make that happen. There's thick. Okay. I don't know, she still feels really skinny. Like this poor girl is just in desperate need of food right now. Okay, well let me go ahead and kind of start drawing out the rest. And then I'll see about fixing out some of that skinniness. Let's see, I think this part of her hip should actually be kind of up like here. There we go. calf here. Knee, like, here. And I think that's a pretty good looking leg. We won't talk about the foot yet. I don't really want to go deep into feet. I guess this one I kind of need to do a little bit though, because this is where some of the weight is being put down. And things probably won't look right until I know how the weight is being distributed around here. So, okay, fine. I will try to draw a foot. I will attempt to draw a foot. This is, like, too far to the side. I need to take back the heel a little bit. The heel should be more here. This toe should come a little further out. And I will just go back to sculpting this shape until I'm satisfied. Someday I will learn how to draw feet. Someday. So we get the kind of bend in the toe there. That foot is a little bit long, so I'm gonna drop this part down here. And then reconnect the ankle. And I think this might be enough information to let me understand weight distribution, so I'm gonna go move on to the other leg. So I don't want to draw feet today. I don't. Okay, so now we'll make this leg look nice. And hopefully turn all this into less of a misshapen blob and more into a lovely leg. And it's okay, misshapen blobs is just how I get things started. It's what lets me see where all the features should be eventually. Let's see, I'm not quite sure if she feels balanced. I think I might have this leg going a little bit too far back. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it come a little bit further forward. Okay. Okay, get that part of the leg into the foot. And I think once again I'll probably draw enough foot so this way I know where her weight is being distributed. But I'm not really gonna worry about getting it super good or anything. I just want to make sure that she looks like she is standing firmly on the ground. And that she doesn't feel like she's gonna fall over. That's what's important to me right now. Okay, so something like this. Something like that. We kind of smooth out the toes a little, but there we go. That looks like it's on the ground. I mean, I think it's a little bit small, but it's on the ground. So I'll take it. I guess I'll pull out the toes just a little bit more. Just so it doesn't look quite so small. Just kind of want to get the arch of the foot in there, so this way I know where certain parts are. Okay. Yeah, that seems alright. I think her lower leg here is a little bit long, so I'll go bring the foot up. Yeah, that kind of makes these 2 feet look like they're on the same plane a little bit more. I might even need to do a little bit more than that, just up here. Okay. Yeah, so something like that. So we got a knee, and we got a calf, and... I think that's like all I really need. So I think that's sufficient for the legs for now. Let's go ahead and get some arm in there. I don't worry too much about the bumps, but I do like to know where the forearm starts and where the elbow is, so I do tend to put a little bit of a bump up there. Okay. Let's go ahead and give her some fingers, I guess. Which way does the thumb go? The thumb will come out like this. Okay. Okay, let's see. How do I feel about all this? I mean, naturally I'm gonna have to do the other arm at some point, but I kind of want to make sure I like everything else first. I do kind of feel like the midway point of her body is here, where it should be. But something about her torso still feels small and narrow. So let me try to pull some of this out just a little bit more. Make her a little bit thicker through there. So she doesn't look like she is starving to death. We do not want our cute little anime girls to be starving to death. That would just be unfortunate, you know? Okay, and I'll just adjust the location of everything as I see fit. Make sure I'm satisfied with it all. But I won't bother to get it all too clean because I just already know that I'm going to be drawing on top of this, and I'm going to be mostly focused on the clothes. This is a character design after all. Okay. Let's get this arm now. I will go ahead and once again draw some fingers, assuming that my mouse lets me unlock my layer so I can actually draw on it. Always extremely useful. Okay, let me get the hand a little bit more where it all belongs. This thumb, I think, will be pointing towards us, so kind of like this. And then we got a little mitten there for me to put fingers on. Let me see. I want the fingers to be spread a little bit more. I think that will make this pose look a little bit cuter. Okay, so the hand seems a bit large, but let me check everything else here. Are we good? I don't know, she still feels... Let's give her a little bit more of a neck as well. I don't want the neck to be thicker, just longer. Okay, let's get those hands proportionate now. before I move on. Let's see, this arm is still a little bit long. Let's go ahead and move this all up a little. I overdo it. No, I think that's right. To be fair, her legs are a little bit long, but I think I'm actually okay with keeping it like that. I kind of like these proportions. Okay, yeah, I think I've almost got it. Slightly larger here, just slightly. Definitely a little bit bottom heavy, but I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. I think I can be happy with this. I'm just making some final adjustments, pulling back some areas that I exaggerated a little bit strongly in order to figure out where things should go. So I'm just kind of pulling that back a little bit to make sure that all of her proportions make sense. Okay. Okay. So I think this is honestly probably good enough. But I'm worried, so I don't tend to like to start doing too much until I've had a day to sit on things and check proportions and whatnot, but I'm already here. I'm just thinking about what to do. I guess I'll just kind of get started on putting everything down. And if I decide things need to be fixed up next time, then I will do that. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about the head right now. And the head is not currently connected to her neck, but I should probably fix that before I call things good. It's important to not be decapitated, I guess. So let's just kind of connect that there, and I will smooth out things around the shoulders here. Maybe make her look a little bit less buff here. So this one shows a little bit more of the body than like Cube's design did, so I actually am gonna kind of have to care about a lot of the features here, so I don't know, I guess I can... I don't really want to smooth anything out until I've had a chance to really verify that I'm pleased with everything, though. So life is hard. I don't want to get things too smooth, but I guess I can get them a little bit smooth. Just a little bit here. I don't know, just looking at this is making me think I'm probably gonna have to make some changes next time. Something feels off, but I don't know what it is, and that is scary. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. So I'll get some of the hair basics in there. I still like the hair. It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. Fluffy hair just makes me so happy. Okay, so I'm still gonna use just little circular strokes to keep it extra. And I'm gonna make it curve just so much. We're gonna have a super soft and fluffy bangs. And I'm using the shadow color so that this way I can actually see what I am doing. It's okay, but I think I can do it better. You know what? In that case, I'm gonna start from the top. I have a better idea of what I want to do for the side of the hair anyway. It's just gonna be so fluffy! So fluffy! So something like that. And then I can kind of start bringing it back around. And I'll start getting kind of the cute little round bob shape in as well. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I don't even think the style necessarily needs bangs, but it's gonna get some. It's gonna get some. So let's... Yeah, there we go. There we go. I kind of want a gap in there. I'm just trying to figure out how to pull that off, while still kind of keeping the shape that I like. Something like that, I think. Maybe a little bit higher up. Curl it upward just a little bit more here. There we go. And now that I have the shadow shapes in there, I can very easily start putting in the light parts, and I should be able to see just fine. I just think this hairstyle is super adorable and I love it. Might need to shape it just a little. Let me see how big I made it here. But for the most part, I think it's about where I want it to be. I'm just going to make it a little bit less bulbous on this side. All right. I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Okay, so I'm basically just poking at it with the liquify tool until I get the kind of overall shape that I want. I kind of want this strand to go a little bit further back. These ones will be on the face, but I'm adjusting exactly where it'll overlap. Over there, I felt like it was poofing out a little bit too hard, so I brought it back a little. And down here, I actually don't think it's poofing out quite enough. And now everything looks much more in place than it did before, in my opinion. So let's compare. Yeah, see? Sometimes you just gotta poke at it a little. But there we go. I think that's the kind of hair that I want. And then just a little hair coming out here that I want to vaguely resemble dog ear. I say vaguely because it's super vague. But it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of work on the eyes then. I just want her to come look at us now. This is actually eyelashes. There we go. Definitely got to make sure my layers are named correctly. Let's see if I can make her look a little bit less cross-eyed there. I'll have to work on it, but I think this is okay for now. And why are my eyes panicking here? Hold up. Wow. My webcam is super out of focus for some reason. What the heck happened there? Give me just a moment to look at this. Assuming it lets me. It might not. Why are you so out of focus? My goodness, it like cannot see my face at all anymore, so I'm probably gonna look either half asleep or like my brain is just not here anymore. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. The autofocus just got turned on somehow. And I have no idea what it was trying to focus on, but it wasn't me. Still feels a little bit blurry. I'll try cleaning the lens. Okay. Oh, that'll have to do for now. I might look into it a little bit more after stream, but at the very least. I look like my brain is here. I'll just go ahead and use the same white. It's fine. Okay, let me adjust her eyes a little bit here. I think I want both of them down just a little since her head is tilting upward. So something like that should be okay. Ah, welcome back, Minka. I'm just putting things down. Okay, once again, since I'm using a pretty light color, I will draw things in with the shadow color and then adjust later. So I already know that I kind of want this going around her shoulder. And I'll just kind of let it follow the curves for now. Down to, I will say, maybe like halfway down her shin or so. I think that kind of shape should be cute. The other side, I think we'll just wrap around like right here. Maybe a little further back in the background there. Just gonna try to get the collar all good. Okay, and then once again, just kind of comes over here and straight down. So something like... I might want it to pull against her leg a little bit more strongly here, though, because this leg is pulling it back, right? So it's going to be stretching out. And it's going to be tied at the waist, so I want it to be following the waist quite closely. But from there, I can kind of adjust it as I want. Okay, let me go ahead and make this the proper color for now. I'll leave some shadow shapes in there, of course. But this is going to be the general shape here. Okay. I'll just leave it there for now. Now, I have not picked a shadow color for the coat yet, but it is different enough that I think it'll be fine. So I kind of want it hanging off her shoulders a little, and it'll button, like, underneath her chest here. And we'll get all bunched up in the sleeves, since it's hanging off her shoulders there. Okay. So yeah, I think that's where I want it buttoned. It'll just be a single button, so it'll just open back up afterward. And yeah, I think that length is good. Just let it kind of come down. Something like that. I might need to make it a little bit longer. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, let's pick a shadow color. Let's pick a shadow color. That's a good shadow color. Let me just pick somewhere some of these more prominent shadows are going to be. So there's going to be like a gap there. This part's going to go further back. Probably going to be some folds through there. And I can make this shape a little bit more interesting because right now it's just kind of blah. Gotta keep your shapes interesting. It's so important. And then at some point I will make this furry, but I don't think I want to do that right now. Okay, and then I think I want yet another shadow color for the part going kind of into the background. This guy back here. I want another one. I want it to be darker than even that. Maybe not that color. Yeah, that's better. So now it should be easy to tell which part is just due to this arm and which part is just, you know, starting to head back. Okay. Right now, I kind of feel like she's looking a little bit older than I intended. So I'll have to figure out what's up with that. But for now, I think I want her hair to be a little bit longer than this. I was considering just going in and, like, using the transform tool to alter the length. But no, I think I just want it to be a little bit longer. Not necessarily puffier, just longer. Actually, that shape's kind of cute. I do get away with it on this side too. A little bit. Okay, let's put some hair behind her. And we'll kind of fill things in. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Something about her still looking a little bit older. So that'll be something I kind of want to revisit at some point. I mean, to be fair, I did give her white hair, but I don't know, when I drew Cube, who also has white hair, I never really felt like she looked old. So. Okay. That actually made a huge difference. I was like, huh, did I just have the eyes a little bit too low? I didn't realize I put that in a different layer. Okay. That's fine. That could be on a different layer. I might even make it bigger. Be large, my friend. Be large and doggy ear-like. Let's make you even more doggy ear-like. Let's make you even more doggy ear-like. Like, I'm trying to think of how to do this and still make it look like hair. Especially when the ears are so triangular as opposed to the funny floppy ears that a lot of dogs have. Okay, there we go. I think that's probably about as good as I'm gonna get. And still have it look like hair. Anywho. Let's see if I can draw the shoes that I kind of had in mind here. Let me find a quick reference just to make sure that I'm getting the details right. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, do I draw out the shadow color again? Maybe I'll just draw with blue. It's fine. There's gonna be a lot of blue on this. Okay. So basically what I had in mind... yeah, I can't see white at all. You know, I got another option. We're gonna have negative skin tone for a little bit. So this way I can see white a little bit better. So nice round toes. There's gotta be like blue at the bottom there. I'll go ahead and draw it all in one layer for now. But at the end, I will probably draw it on more than one. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab the tan here. There's gonna be like the sides of the shoe there. Going in. And coming together up top there. And then it's just gonna kind of go around. And then in the middle, there's gonna be more white. So this kind of shoe. Something like that. So let's do that again. We got a toe. Wrap around the toe. Then we got the blue part of the sole here. It's gonna go like this, and I think we see a little bit of the side of the foot here, so I will let it kind of come up. And then I take my tan. Draw this part here. It's gonna wrap around both sides. But because we got a toe, I think it's just gonna be all white up there. And then I have the part in the middle, and that's where all the shoelaces will go. I'll go ahead and just draw some quick and dirty ones here. Just to make sure that I like my color balance and all that. Yeah, something like that. So, super simple type sneakers here. And then in the back, there's just going to be little wings coming off the side. Very small ones. Probably like right here, actually. Maybe coming off the tongue. I'm debating if I like that. No, I think they're cuter coming off the back. So they'll come off the back. And then we'll just barely see the other one there. And this one will be sitting behind her ankle there, so we only see like tiny little corners. Okay. There we go. And now we can have positive skin tone. Okay. This is why I said when I was designing it that I knew there was going to have to be some kind of pattern here. Because there needs to be something there. It's just a little bit empty. Alright, let's draw some headphones, I suppose. I'll draw them on top. I think the color I picked there is okay. I'll see if I want to change it later. It'll just be kind of coming out and around her neck here. Actually, I want to reference. Headphones on shoulders. Show me what they look like again. Let me refresh myself. Okay. So what I gotta do... I've gotta really pull them around the shoulder here. Okay. And then I erase on the neck. Yeah, that looks better. Now they're kind of sitting on her shoulders a little bit better. And one of those is going to be on the front, and the other one is going to be kind of on the back. So we get something kind of like this. And they kind of come together in the middle there, but this one has more of this kind of shape. And this is super messy still, but that's okay. Everything is supposed to be a little bit messy at this stage. No, don't rename. I did not double click. Okay. Humu. So I have that. I am going to want a belt around her waist. I guess I'll go put that in now. And that will also be blue, and it's also going to be kind of hidden. But knowing where that is might help me place the coat a little bit better too. It's kind of going to go around her waist. So like here. And it should show under the coat there, yeah. This might also need some kind of pattern or design to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. And then I already know that there's going to be like some fur in the coat here. My initial design had it white, but I'm considering whether or not that's a good idea with how much white is in this design. The thing is that I think with the way I have this set up, it'd pretty much have to be either white or tan. And I don't think I want it to be tan. I could make it kind of a gray, I guess. But I don't think that would look very good. At that point, it might as well just be white. Well, let me go ahead and draw a backpack. And I can figure that out in a second. So we're not really going to see any sign of the backpack here. I guess there'll be some straps going over her shoulders. I might make that blue as well. Sure. I'll make this wings. But the main thing was just that I wanted little white wings coming out of her back. They're facing the other direction here. I was trying to draw them like this, but if you look at Koro's design here, they go like this. So I should draw them similarly. And that is probably too big, but let's start there. I'm not going to get all the little bumps for now. They don't really matter. Let's make that a little bit smaller. A little bit longer, but smaller. Okay. And the other side. Kind of want to adjust the angle a little bit. This way they follow the shape of her body a little bit better. I think I'll actually drop them down just a little. There we go. Okay. So there will be a backpack back there, and then underneath, on top of the dress, but underneath the coat, there's going to be backpack straps. And they will be blue, because I need a little bit more blue in this design. And then the other one, I think, is just going to be hidden on her arm back there. Okay. Let's see, I think that's the basics of everything until I figure out what kind of pattern I want on the dress there. I might make the dress just a little bit shorter here. Just a little bit. I definitely don't have the angle of this foot drawn correctly, but that's fine for now. Okay, I am not completely satisfied with this color balance here, so let me make sure that the pattern on the dress will fix that. Basically, I still think it looks a little bit boring. And some of that is probably just that I'm not really used to drawing fashion that people would wear as opposed to crazy character designs. So something super simple might look a little bit off to me. But my style in general is super simple. So I think there's a little bit more to it than that. Okay. And I was going to have some kind of gray coat buttons. Maybe I should put them on the other side. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And it did help a little. It's hanging open, so there's actually going to be more up there if I did that kind of style, but that's too many buttons, I think. Maybe I'll just do it like this. And then I wouldn't mind like a pocket or something. I guess if I'm calling this coat buttons, I should just make another layer called coat details. Okay. So I can put like a pocket or something here. That might make it a little bit more interesting, and then maybe like a fluffy thing over here. Make it a little bit more cardigan-like, and it'll be like rough on the side there. Yeah, that kind of thing works, I think. And then I'm gonna put some more shadows on the dress. Just so that this way I can start experimenting with the fur. Okay, and that'll be white, and I will make it like nice and fuzzy, and it'll just stick out underneath here, just like everywhere. It's not gonna look fuzzy for a little while, but that's okay. It will. Sooner or later, it will. And then kind of around the cuffs there. I want this one to be in shadow. Okay. So that'll make it look a little bit furry when the time comes. I'm just checking color balance and stuff. Is this sufficient? Do I want like a hairpin or something? A hairpin or something might be cute. Maybe a little winged hairpin or something. I can use like a silver color, make it silver. And we'll just put it like right over here, and it'll be a little wing shape. That's probably a bit big, but I think it's cute. It works for me. Put something a little bit more interesting in her head. And then maybe like a blue gem or something on it. Okay, I think I can start here. There's a lot of the design that I do like, but I just don't feel like it's quite there. I feel like there's something missing. And I'm afraid to render it out when I feel like there's still something missing. Let's see here. Let me check the silhouette here. So I will just fill the entire thing with black. I guess it's not that weak, actually. Maybe I can exaggerate the jacket a little bit more. And maybe do something a little bit more with her head. Yeah, because this doesn't actually look that bad to me. Issues? Let it come out just a little bit more strongly like this. And in a little bit more strongly around the button. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'll see what works, but yeah, this feels a little bit better at least. The color doesn't really matter that much at this stage. Okay, and fur part. Okay, and then the same on this side. We kind of just let it come out just a little bit more here. That might be a little bit too strong. I want to pull it back. Oh, I put this on the wrong layer. Whoops. Definitely should fix that. Okay. So like I was saying, I feel like it's a little bit strong, maybe. Let's pull it back just a touch. I'll still let the fur kind of stick out just a little bit further. Because I think that can be cute. Okay, let me see if that fixed my issues. Yeah, and then we have a little bit coming out on the feet, and little cute little wings coming out. Maybe a little bit thick, like... Let's see, where are you? Maybe a little bit thick just right here. I think I want the waist part to be a little bit more close to her waist. And we can have a little tiny fold once I get the color. Just right there. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think this is okay. I might need to do a little bit more with like colors and patterns and stuff. This is a very, very light design. And I might just need a little bit more color separation to break things up a little bit. But I think that this is okay. So I think I will go with something like this. And I'm glad that I got the idea to use the tan on the shoes there instead of making them blue, like my initial thoughts were. I think that this looks much better. Yeah, and I guess I can make this kind of jacket a little bit more fuzzy and soft looking, so maybe like... what's that braided pattern? Something like this. Yeah, this is totally not understandable to anyone but me, but I know what I'm looking at, and I know what I'm talking about, so yes, I think I probably will do something like that. So that'll add a little bit more texture to things. I might still do something a little bit more with her hair. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if the top of her head is there. But I think that will be a job for future me. And I think that this is a pretty good start. I was able to kind of get through something that I like, and I think that this is a pretty cute little design. A little bit different from what I was doing before, where I actually was very much trying to make something that I thought somebody would actually wear, as opposed to just what I thought was pretty. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it, so I guess I will stop there for today, and we will continue this more on Sunday. So, thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will see you all tomorrow.